If you're watching this video, most likely you're having an issue with your remote controller. What we're going to do here is explain to you exactly why a remote controller might not work and give you different diagnostic tips so you could figure out exactly which part of your TV is not working so you don't waste money replacing boards that are not necessary to be replaced. First, let's look at the three main parts of the TV that actually make the remote controller work. The first one is going to be an IR sensor. Now this board right here is the board that receives the signal from your remote controller and it transfers it to your main board. They're usually pretty small and they're in the front lower part of the TV, very close to the bezel of the TV. They all vary in sizes, but they're pretty small usually. The second board is your main board. This is the board that receives all the information. It could be from your HDMI, USB, and in addition to that, it receives the information from your IR sensor. And when it receives it, it takes that information and it pretty much tells your TV what to do. This is the brains of your TV. And this right here is the remote controller, which pretty much tells the TV what it wants it to do. And then with the help of the IR sensor and the mainboard actually completes your request. Now that we have an idea of which board does what, we're going to talk about how to diagnose your TV correctly. And for that we're going to need a camera or a cell phone with a camera. We would prefer if you use a regular camera because it could detect the infrared light a lot better. So we have the TV on. As you guys can see, it's working fine, but when we're pressing the remote, nothing happens. Without assuming it's the remote controller, we're going to first try to see if we could turn the volume up or just get any kind of menu on the screen using the keypad on the TV itself. If we're able to use the keypad to get any kind of menu or turn the volume up or down, that eliminates the chances of the main unit, which is this board, being the problem. So for this TV, we're going to press on the keypad, and as you can see, boom. So the keypad actually was able to communicate with the main board, and he was able to tell the main board what to do. And if he was able to do that, that means the main board is doing its job. So if you're pressing on your keypad and nothing is happening, that is a good indication that your main board is bad and you need to change the main board. So I would not waste any money buying a new remote controller or an IR sensor. I would first change the main board, because if your IR sensor can't communicate with your main board and your keypad can't communicate with your main board, that means there is a big chance that your main board is not working. Let's move on to the IR sensor. Now, how do we know if your IR sensor works or not? The best way to test that is to test your remote. If your remote control is working, there's a very good chance your IR sensor is bad. If your remote control is not working, then you have to change the remote controller first. And usually a remote controller and an IR sensor cost about the same. So this is a very good test I'm going to be showing you guys, and it's going to help you save some money. The best way to test your remote controller is to get a camera. You could use your cell phone camera too, but some of them they don't detect the IR light that good, and some cameras don't even detect it at all. So just get a regular camera at home, take your remote and point it towards the camera and just press a button. As you can see, there's the IR light. Now if you're pressing the button and nothing happens, there's no IR, that means it's not communicating anything to your TV, and the problem is from your remote. And the reason you need to use a camera is because if you do this without the camera, you're not going to be able to see the IR light. So if you do this and there's IR light and your TV is just not doing any of the functions you're commanding it to do, there's a very good chance your IR sensor is bad. And again, your IR sensor is going to be a small board, and usually you could tell it's the IR sensor because there's this receiver, and it's pretty common. I hope this video helped you guys to diagnose your TV correctly. so you don't just order a part without knowing if that's the exact problem or not. You guys could visit our website at partsrunners.com. We have a lot of IR sensors, mainboards, remote controllers. They're all new. And if you guys have any questions, just send us a message on the website. We'll do our best to help you guys. Thank you for watching.